damn it. What I keep telling you guys about maintaining the field conditions in here. There we go. Tekla, can you please get that panel functional again? Get that thing sealed. I don't want party goers coming up in here. Those things are annoying enough as it is. They're even worse in the holidays. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Ah, this all sucks. I'm Colwen. I need to shave this. I need to trim this. I need to trim this. Hey. Oh man. I want to do some videos about doing security guard stuff. I've been working as a security guard for the last 10 plus years, and I think I've got some fun stories to tell you. What I'm going to start off with is graveyard stories, because working at a graveyard, even if you got to pop in there once in a while, is not fun at all. It's very creepy, and yes, there's people to worry about. Not people, but people. But first, being a security guard is... There's a lot of questions about being a security guard, so I'll try and keep it simple. We're not cops at all, okay? Best we can do is, if somebody becomes a danger, we can physically remove them from a property. Like, you know, if you're a security guard at a Walmart, you can drag somebody out literally. But you gotta be careful how you do it. And I did truck gate. I worked truck gates and foot patrol paths for my first few years of security guard work, but for the last 4 years, I've been doing vehicle patrol. And I go someplace, I get a company car, I go driving from neighborhood to neighborhood to neighborhood, making sure that none of the cars are broken into, cite cars for not having the proper parking permits, stuff like that. So, when, once a week, I actually need to go over to a cemetery. And I need to unlock the cemetery over there. And when Tucker and I found out I had to go to a cemetery, he pulled me aside and laid out some rules for me, because he's been around those before, and he knows. Now, when you pull up to the cemetery or the memorial park, you usually got the big old gates, and on the inside, there's the building. And whenever you approach the gate, make sure to introduce yourself in a very calm, indoor voice. Good morning, honored ancestors. How are you doing? And if you're there early, you acknowledge it. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm here a little bit early. Or if it's not the day usually comes, like, yeah, I know I'm usually here on this day, but I got to unlock it today, so, you know. Now, I have these big, huge swinging gates I got to work with. And you got to open them as quietly as possible, because you might wake one of the residents. It's a cemetery. Don't wake the residents. Now, unlock it, pull up one stick, one of the ground latches, and latch it in place. And then you do the same thing to the other one, and you gently tap it. And while you're pushing the other gate open, the other one will start swinging open on its own. Did that work? Kind of. And then once the other one's locked in place, you gotta kind of bolt across the way to grab the other one to keep it from slamming. Now I've opened the front gates. Now my car was parked outside the property line with the door open. That's okay. But once you pull the vehicle onto the property, you gotta remember this. Close your car door. If you're on a cemetery after hours, never leave your car door open. Why is this? Because you could literally have one of the residents decide they're going to hop in and go for a ride. And I haven't had that happen, but Takare told me about one time when he was on a cemetery and he went to get back in his vehicle and he had left the door open. And he goes to sit inside and he sees a shape behind him. And he turns around. Didn't see anything. Reaches up, turns on the overhead light. Body vanishes. He turns the lights back off and you still see this person in his rearview mirror. Are you a resident? And the shape kind of, oh. Yeah, I can see you, butthead. Yeah, I called you a butthead. Oh, and he kind of cowers in a little bit. You can't leave. Takare gets out of the car, closes his door, opens up the passenger door, the rear door. Out. Just get out. Calmly, directly, firmly told the person, the individual, the resident. And he gets back in the car, turns on the light, looks around, turns it off, looks around, looks in only mirrors. Okay. And as he's sitting there, you can see a shadow kind of move across the side of his car. And all of a sudden, looks out and you can see the shadow kind of walking away. Like, listen, dude, I'm sorry, but you gotta stay. Not long ago, I had to go unlock a different property. It was another cemetery, and this place was big. It was like maybe 2 miles away from the beach, and had a bunch of really cool mausoleums and shit all over it. And I was told, when you get there, make sure there's nobody around, no visitors. They all have to leave. I'm not even sure if I'm actually trimming anything off. I don't think that's actually working. So I get to the property, and I look behind the back of the mortuary building, the input building. I don't see any people there. I don't see any visitors, or I see like 2 cars. Also, there might be a couple cars there. Okay, cool. So I start driving around the property, and as I drive up, I have my window rolled down, and I, not offensively, but loud enough, hey, does anybody here visiting? Cemetery's closed. Oh, no. Let me start over, okay? Hey, apologies to any of the residents. That's bad. It's an apology. Apologies to any of the residents. But if you're visiting, you need to leave. Come back tomorrow. Hey, apologies to any of the residents. But if you're visiting, you gotta leave. Come back tomorrow. Oh, that looks nice. So, third time. Hey, Apologies to residents. This big, nasty, gnarled, tendril, dead tree of lightning just rips through the sky. Shit! And just rain just starts dumping. Sorry. I roll my window up. I drive off the property. I go to lock the gates behind me. Sorry if I Okay. I'm leaving. I woke somebody up. I pissed somebody off. Oh. A month later, we lose that contract. I woke somebody up, unleashed a massive thunderstorm on the property because I pissed somebody off. A month later, oh yeah, no, we want to go with a different security guard company. Oh. So yeah, that's how you deal with cemeteries, and don't leave your car door open. Don't be too loud. If you want to have your radio playing, play just loud enough that you can hear it in your car. Don't wake the residents. Don't wake the dead. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, security guard stories. Don't wake the dead.